afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4. Hope you all had a good weekend.
Welcome back, newlywed.
Good to be back.
How did you enjoy your time off after the wedding?
Yeah, we've just relaxed. Had a virtual honeymoon, I guess.
A little staycation.
Stay out of the heat and getting used to this ring on this finger.
Yeah.
And thanks for being part of the ceremony.
Well, it was so wonderful, and it's great to have you back. It's really good to have you.
And thank Eric for helping out as well.
Yeah, you bet.
All right, here's what's making news on this Monday. Another school district in the Madison area has announced it will begin classes virtually this fall.
Cases of COVID-19 continue to surge across the U.S. What experts say needs to happen right now.
And Governor Evers announces sad news that his personal assistant is dead following a tubing accident this weekend on the Sugar River. Let's take a look outside on this Monday. A little break in the heat and humidity. People out enjoying it, socially distant. Humidity leads to storms. The weather words, though. Dana's in the backyard. Not a bad day today.
No, actually this afternoon it's been pretty comfortable outside. Hanging out on the patio, there's a little bit of humidity to factor in, but certainly not too bad. Here's a live look at downtown with our Edgewater Skycam. A little bit of cloud coverage currently. Temperatures are in the upper 70s. Feels close to 80 degrees when you factor in that humidity, but again, not a bad afternoon. It's upper 70s for Madison, close to 80 degrees. Off to the west as well. Everyone's sitting in a really comfortable spot. A little cooler, actually, than where we were at for yesterday afternoon and evening. Now, tomorrow we'll have a little more cloud coverage, so high temperatures will only climb to the upper 70s. We'll stay pretty seasonable for Wednesday and Thursday, but a big warm-up is expected for the weekend. The heat really building back in, and the humidity climbing as well. We'll take a closer look at those temperatures for the weekend in just a few minutes. Right now, the Beltline at Fish Hatch seems to be moving along just fine. We aren't seeing any delays downtown or on the interstate. So from Janesville to the Beltline, it'll be about 25 minutes. From Sauk City to Middleton, 16. And Sun Prairie to downtown, a quick 9-minute drive this evening. That's a quick look at traffic.
All right, Dana, thank you. We'll check back in a few minutes. Topping the news today, the Sun Prairie Area School District is expected to start the school year with all virtual learning.
Next Monday, district officials will present a plan to the school board outlining the district's plan for the fall. It will include all virtual learning for the first quarter of the year. School officials say the decision was informed by Public Health Madison Dane County their guidelines in addition to feedback from parents and school staff. During the first quarter, students will have synchronous online learning Monday through Friday. Wednesdays will include independent online activities for students to give staff time to collaborate and communicate with families and staff. In a recent survey, a majority of parents in Sun Prairie said virtual learning was the safest route. The decision in Sun Prairie is just one that's facing district leaders all across the country.
And more local districts are grappling with those decisions as we speak. Eric Franke joins us now with how COVID-19 experts are looking at the upcoming school year. Eric?
Well, Mark, no doubt every parent of a student is waiting to see what their district will do, how it will impact their ability to do their job, how they can work with kids at home, for example, and what impact will all of this have on the children. All legitimate concerns, and those healthcare experts who are consulting with the districts know how tough it is for administrators. They know the benefits of in-person learning, the extracurriculars and sports, and how that benefits our students. But with our only weapons against COVID-19 being masks, social distancing, and good hygiene, they say virtual options may be best for now.
I think, their intention was to try to get the kids back in person, at least, full-time, maybe in a hybrid model. And I suspect, from these school districts that you're hearing say, for this first quarter, we need to go virtual. They turned over every stone and tried everything they could to make it happen and came to the conclusion that they just couldn't.
Well, Dr. Potoff knows this is a bitter pill to swallow for some, but he sees it as better than a sick child or a teacher or staff member who may be even more vulnerable. And it's never too early for parents to start getting their children ready for anything and everything when it comes to virtual or in-person learning. Look for more districts to release their plans this week and the days to follow. Susan?
All right, Eric, thank you. The percent of positive cases of COVID-19 stayed above 10% today as officials announce nearly 800 more cases. More than 43,000 people in Wisconsin have tested positive since testing began. Around a quarter of them remain sick. 2 more people have died in our state, bringing the total to 846.
The number of worldwide coronavirus infections now stands at 14.3 million. A quarter of those cases are in the United States, where more than 140,000 Americans have died. Infection rates are soaring in Florida, Texas, Arizona, and California. Chris Martinez has the latest from Los Angeles.
For the sixth day in a row, Florida has reported more than 10,000 new coronavirus cases. The state has now passed 360,000 infections. Some hospitals are limiting non-emergency procedures to free up beds, but Governor Ron DeSantis insists there is enough hospital space.
We have 25% of the hospital beds are available statewide, and almost 20% of the ICU beds are available.
A curfew in Miami Beach starts every night at 8 p.m. because officials say not enough younger people are following guidelines.
We've seen larger crowds coming out to Miami Beach, not adhering to social distancing guidelines, not wearing face covers. So we needed to basically tone down the party.
Texas health officials say more than 10,000 people are currently hospitalized with the virus. Hospitalizations in California are also surging, leaving some city leaders questioning whether they reopened too soon. Here in Los Angeles, the mayor says the city is on the brink of another stay-at-home order. San Francisco shut down indoor malls and non-essential office buildings today.
We have flattened this curve once, and we must do it again.
Also today, the state of California postponed all high school sports until at least winter. And the New York Giants and Jets announced their games will be played without a live audience inside MetLife Stadium. Chris Martinez, CBS News, Los Angeles.
And today, Mississippi's governor ordered a mask mandate in 23 of the state's 82 counties, saying COVID-19 is spreading and killing in our state. It is not hypothetical. It is happening. And starting Wednesday, the Bahamas is temporarily banning travelers from the United States.
Congress will soon begin debating the next coronavirus relief package. Republican leaders met with President Trump at the White House today to negotiate the next coronavirus relief bill. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is expected to unveil the Phase 4 relief package this week. The Washington Post reports the White House does not want to include new money for coronavirus testing and contact tracing or the Centers for Disease Control.
When we heard over the weekend that the White House was thinking about no more testing, that goes beyond ignorance.
A senior administration official tells CBS News with negotiations ongoing, the administration wants to make sure that money gets to where it's needed most. Negotiators on both sides say school funding will be a priority in this next bill, but it's not clear yet if that money will be tied to schools reopening in the fall. We're learning more this afternoon about the man who died over the weekend while tubing on the Sugar River.
Governor Tony Evers identified the man, saying he was his personal assistant. Amanda Quintana is here with the details. Amanda?
Governor Evers says Ben Belzer was remarkably talented, and even at 25, he was thoughtful and mature beyond his years. The Greene County Sheriff's Office confirms they were called to the Sugar River on Saturday afternoon when Belzer, who was tubing, went underwater and didn't resurface. His body was found about 3 hours later, 400 yards from where he went under. Evers says he's devastated by his death, saying, quote, "I'm grateful and humbled that I had the great fortune of spending as much time with Ben as I did. I talk frequently of our Wisconsin values of kindness, respect, empathy, and compassion. Ben was truly the embodiment of these qualities." Belzer joined the governor's office in February of last year. He was raised in La Crosse and graduated from UW-Madison.
Sad story, Amanda. Thank you. The Wisconsin Department of Justice is investigating an officer-involved shooting in the city of Whitewater. Around 4 this morning, a 32-year-old man allegedly tried to break into his ex-wife's apartment on Fraternity Lane. Earlier Sunday evening, he had threatened to kill her and then kill himself. Later on in the morning, officers saw the man in the area and attempted to talk with him, and then ran away from the officers, and at one point allegedly pulled out a handgun and aimed it at the officers. This prompted the officer to shoot at him, causing the man to fall to the ground. He was treated on the scene and is expected to survive. He did have a loaded gun in his hand. The deputy involved has been placed on administrative leave.
A 5-year-old has died in an accident at a racetrack in Calumet County. Sheriff's officials say the boy died yesterday when he fell off a youth motorcycle at Gravity Park Speedway in the town of Chilton and was struck by an 18-year-old man operating an all-terrain vehicle. The death remains under investigation.
The manhunt for a gunman who opened fire at the home of a federal judge is apparently over. CBS News has learned that the suspect who opened fire at the home of federal judge Esther Salas has been found dead in a car in upstate New York with an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. Sources say a package addressed to the judge was found in the vehicle. On Sunday, police say the suspect approached the family's New Jersey home dressed in a delivery driver's outfit. The judge's husband, defense attorney Mark Anderl, answered the door and was shot. The gunman also shot and killed the couple's 20-year-old son, Daniel. Sources say the judge was in the basement at the time of the shooting and was not hurt. Her husband was rushed to the hospital. NBC News is reporting the gunman is attorney Roy Den Hollander. A motive is not yet clear. Salas is currently presiding over a lawsuit filed by investors against Deutsche Bank for allegedly failing to monitor questionable transactions by convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
Georgia Democrats have chosen the person who will run to fill the congressional seat of the man many have called a gentle giant, Representative John Lewis, who died last week at the age of 80 from pancreatic cancer. A moment of silence and then applause erupted in the House chamber. Members of Congress gathered to remember Congressman Lewis. State party leaders named Georgia State Senator Nikema Williams to fill Lewis's 5th district seat. Williams is also the state's Democratic Party chairwoman, and her husband is a former aide to the late Congressman Lewis.
She will do an excellent job as the next Congresswoman representing the 5th Congressional District. She'll only be the second.
The Atlanta-based district that Lewis leaves behind is largely Democrat, and his replacement is viewed as a lock to win in November. The family of Congressman John Lewis and the House Speaker say they will withhold details. They will withhold details of funeral plans until after Thursday's memorial services for another civil rights icon, Reverend C.T. Vivian, who passed away the same day as Lewis.
President Trump is defending a crackdown on demonstrators in Portland, Oregon, calling ongoing protests in the city, quote, out of control. The president says he plans to send in more officers to put an end to nearly 2 months of anti-racism demonstrations following the death of George Floyd. The president pushed back against Portland Mayor Ted Wheeler after Wheeler criticized the president for sending federal agents to the city.
Portland was totally out of control. The Democrats, the liberal Democrats running the place, had no idea what they were doing. They were ripping down for 51 days, ripping down that city.
People are being literally scooped off the street into unmarked vans, rental cars, apparently. They are being denied probable cause.
Activists in Portland have been keeping up demonstrations for nearly 2 months, and Portland's mayor says the federal response is making things worse.
The United States and the United Kingdom are threatening sanctions on China over severe human rights abuses involving a Muslim community in Western China. This drone video allegedly shows dozens of people blindfolded and waiting to be loaded onto trains in China. They appear to belong to the country's ethnic minority Uyghur people. While this video is trending on social media, CBS News has not independently confirmed it. Appearing on the BBC this weekend, China's ambassador reacted to the footage and accusations that the country is running concentration camps.
This is not true. The facts just show the opposite. People in Xinjiang enjoy a happy life.
This is that happy life China wants to show of the Uyghurs held in so-called re-education camps behind barbed wire, high fences, and security cameras. It is believed more than 1 million Uyghurs have been detained. An AP investigation recently also found China subjects women from the Uyghur community to forced birth control, sterilization, and even abortions.
Well, next at 4, you've heard the advice: keep socially distant and wear a mask.
If you haven't gotten that message, you soon will see it a lot. We'll learn more about a new public service announcement that is about to air when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, Live at 4.
Dear Penny, heads we stay local, tails we hit the road. With a new Toyota, you'll always land a winner. Your friends, Toyota.
Get 1.9% financing for 60 months on a new 2020 RAV4 or RAV4 Hybrid. Toyota.
Has your home's roof seen better days? Does it have some storm damage? If it's time for a replacement, don't settle for less than the best roof and the best deal. Hi, I'm Andrew Larson, owner of Larson Home Services. My team has earned GAF's exclusive Master Elite status. achieved by only 3% of the contractors in the U.S. That's your assurance that you're dealing with a dependable, professional contractor, and we take very good care of our customers.
The whole process was amazingly simple and easy. My wife, which is important to keep happy, my wife was happy with the whole process. It was very easy, seamless, and it was just a no-brainer to have it all done.
And your new GAF roof will have a 50-year warranty. It's the last roof you'll ever buy. Order now and save 75% on installation labor, free financing for a year, and a $100 Visa gift card. Call to set up your free estimate today.
U.S. Cellular.
Yeah. I'm a new customer. What's the deal?
Unlimited data, just $30 a month.
I love that. But what's the deal with the signal? It works everywhere. I'm like sub-level Z of this parking garage, and it still works. It's crazy.
Sir, you're going into signal shock, very common with new customers. Just breathe with me, okay? Unlimited data. Strong signal.
Strong signal.
All for $30 a month.
U.S. Cellular.
Choose fair.
You were always the responsible one, so much like me, always taking care of everyone else. But this wasn't your responsibility. I already took care of the arrangements. The Ryans made it so easy. I didn't want you to worry about a thing. It's my last gift to you, my lovely daughter.
So sexy it hurts. And I'm too sexy for Milan. Too sexy for Milan, New York.
Sometimes you run out of fresh at the wrong time. Luckily, Pick and Save delivery and free pickup make it easy to grab what you need, so you can get back to being you. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Dear Penny, heads we stay local, tails we hit the road. With a new Toyota, you'll always land a winner. Your friends, Toyota.
Get 1.9% financing for 60 months on a new 2020 RAV4 or RAV4 Hybrid. Toyota.
Investors on Wall Street are getting ready for a busy week of corporate earnings reports. The Dow Industrials gained almost 9 points, closing at 26,680. The NASDAQ up 263 points thanks to Amazon and tech shares. The S&P 500 gained 27, turning positive on year-to-date numbers. A new coalition of doctors, restaurant workers, and other business groups are asking people to follow social distancing guidelines and to wear a mask.
I spoke with UW Health's Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Amy Becker, about a new public service announcement pushing the message to keep the community and the economy healthy.
In Wisconsin, we want to live our lives, but we must do it safely and responsibly. While we keep fighting COVID-19, everyone must do their part. Please take responsible steps to ensure you and those around you stay healthy.
When you go out, please social distance, keeping 6 feet apart.
Regularly wash your hands with soap and hot water for 20 seconds.
And wear a mask. It protects you and those around you.
Let's go, Wisconsin.
Let's go, Wisconsin.
We can do this.
So, Dr. Becker, tell me a little bit about what the idea was behind the PSA.
With COVID-19 in Wisconsin, we all want to get back to some sort of normal. And our best chance at that is ensuring that we're doing the preventive measures that we know help stop the spread of COVID-19. So our physical distancing, hand washing, and wearing masks.
You think people need to hear this message on a regular basis? Because do you feel like people aren't getting the message or are unclear about what they need to do to be safe?
I think it's different for everybody, right? I think how people interpret information, get information, it's variable for everybody. So I think it is important for us to continue to have that consistent message about what we know works to help stop the spread of COVID-19.
Is wearing masks, in your opinion, the most important piece of that?
So I think that each of the components is really, really important. There isn't one magic bullet that gets us, through COVID-19 wave. And so it is important to exercise all of our preventive measures.
You were in the PSA and you did a wonderful job, and I also noticed you had some young people in it, so it was a powerful message that sort of spans across all generations. Young people need to hear this too, don't they?
Yeah, I think, it's a message for everyone. I think, each one of us, is impacted differently thus far with COVID-19. So I think it's easy for us to all understand how our perception of what is happening in our communities with COVID-19 can differ. And so, having that diverse group of folks speaking to the same important message of what we know works is really important.
Do you think if we do all the right things and we follow all of this advice, we're going to get control of this and get back to our old normal?
Yeah, I sure hope so, right? We know these measures work. It is, I can't, overstate the importance of it. It takes everyone, right? We do these measures to not only protect ourselves, but protect those around us. I don't think any one of us wants to be the person who has gotten a coworker sick or a family member, a loved one, mother, father, grandparent sick. So we know these measures help, and that this is our best chance at slowing that wave of COVID-19.
Well, we will certainly do our part to help spread the message far and wide. And thanks to you for all you do, everyone at UW Health, during this difficult time, for keeping us all informed and safe. Great to see you.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
And you'll be seeing that very soon when you watch Live at 4 or any other programs here on News 3.
Getting the message out, it's important.
Yeah.
All right, there's more at 4. For many college students, summer internships fell victim to COVID-19.
But not all of them. We'll look at some virtual summer internships coming up after Dana's First Warn forecast.
Wells Asphalt Paving, expert paving for over 40 years. Now offering $250 off your asphalt paving project. For residential and commercial, from new construction to replacements. Call today and save at Wells Asphalt Paving.
I am crushing this to-do list.
Let me see. Smart home upgrade? Home gym?
Check.
What about the window, siding, and doors?
Cross something important off your list. Free installation on all windows, siding, and doors. And no interest for 1 year. The biggest sale of the year is here.
Free installation ends soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feltco.
It's totally normal to have constipation with belly pain, straining, and bloating again and again.
No way.
More exercise, more water, and more fiber is the only way to manage it.
Is it?
Maybe you think it's occasional constipation.
Maybe it's not.
It could be a chronic medical condition called IBS-C, and time to say yes to Linzess. Linzess works differently than laxatives. It helps relieve belly pain and lets you have more frequent and complete bowel movements. Do not give Linzess to children less than 6, and it should not be given to children 6 to less than 18. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Change your thinking to IBS-C. If your constipation and belly pain keeps coming back, tell your doctor and say yes to Linzess.
Find your keys. Find your get up and go. Find pants that aren't sweats. Find your friends. Find your sense of wonder. Find the world is new again. At Chevy, we'd like to take you there. Now, during the Chevy Open Road Sales Event, get up to 15% of MSRP cash back on select 2020 models. That's over $5,700 cash back on this Equinox. It's time to find new roads again.
We've got the power.
The Power Centers of Madison. Our highly trained service department has the power to keep your equipment running like new. We service all makes and models, from minor tune-ups and maintenance to major overhauls. Our certified mechanics can get your equipment up and running quickly. If you like to fix it yourself, between the two stores, we have the parts you need. At the Power Centers of Madison.
We've got the power.
Wells Asphalt Paving, expert paving for over 40 years. Now offering $250 off your asphalt paving project. For residential and commercial, from new construction to replacements, call today and save at Wells Asphalt Paving.
Take a look at this. With the help of his tractor, an Italian land artist has carved out a huge portrait of presidential candidate Joe Biden in a wheat field near Verona, Italy. Dario Bombarian completed the portrait over the weekend. It measures 290,000 square feet. He began at dawn, worked for 10 hours, driving his red tractor around the field to create the likeness of Biden. The artist says he was moved by a Biden quote about the measure of a man not being how many times or how hard he got knocked down, but how fast he got back up. The artist wants Biden to jump and fly to the White House.
And that's in Italy.
Italy.
Interesting.
Verona, Italy.
Or, yeah, to make it more confusing.
But why such an interest in American politics?
Oh, yeah, very interesting.
All right, it's time for Potentially Yours here on Live at 4.
Let's find Trix a forever home, shall we? Trix is a 9-month-old California male rabbit.
I love the markings.
I know, I do too. More handsome than the rabbit you'll find on the cereal box, by the way. His favorite food is carrots, and Trix is litter box trained.
I love the ears.
Look at the ears. Oh, he's very cute.
The Humane Society also wants to pass along that they have a special fundraiser going on tomorrow. Stop by the chocolate shop in Middleton after 4 o'clock. 10% of your purchase will go to support animals in need like Trix. And last week, Pidgey is still available.
Oh, somebody want a pigeon?
So if you're interested in adopting Pidgey or Trix, check out the other animals at the Dane County Humane Society. Go to giveshelter.org to set up an appointment at 838-0413. Dana, I think you need a pigeon.
I've asked. You can buy pigeon pants so they can fly around your home. I've seriously done my research on this. Like, I'm serious.
Pidgey needs a home.
Pidgey needs a home. If only. My zoo is too full right now. Looking ahead to tonight, skies are going to become partly cloudy, and we're looking at rain chances building back in for tomorrow. Even though right now it's a pretty nice evening. We'll look at your full 10-day forecast right after the break.
Now, a WISC-TV editorial with editorial director Neil Heinen.
It becomes clearer every day that we must embrace new ideas, new policies, new realities for some of the most long-standing institutions in civil society. Among the most important and immediately challenging are public safety and education. The way we've always done things doesn't cut it with either anymore, but we have hard decisions to make. With gun violence on the rise, we must decide right now on who responds and how. Transformational change can and probably should be the goal, but the more immediate work is around ensuring public safety and social justice with the people and organizations currently available or easily and quickly mobilized. Likewise, we must collectively agree on new ways of schooling our children. We need educators, businesses and employers, child and family experts, and more at the table. Both the virus and the movement are here, and their impacts are not going away. Forget business as usual. Life has changed. Let's make it better.
Choosing the right Medicare plan is simple, right? Except that there are a lot of choices from a lot of companies. Avoid the confusion and the junk mail. Come to Informed Choice Insurance Agency. We know Medicare, and we offer many of Wisconsin's popular plans. There's no cost and no obligation to come discuss your Medicare options with the experienced team at Informed Choice. Call us today.
Throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, Baca Enterprises is truly humbled and thankful to all of our employees, residents, families, and vendors for their patience and cooperation.
Our employees have gone above and beyond with sanitation efforts, altering their daily routines, all while spreading joy and happiness throughout our community.
As you look forward to the future, Beaver Dam Assisted Living will be here for you.
To provide a sense of security and to provide comfort by keeping you safe and healthy.
Together, we're moving forward to help you live life with confidence. Call today to schedule your tour.
I've always loved science as a kid. With the introduction to soils and ag, how they bleed back and forth to each other was something that intrigued me. And this gave me another avenue to pursue something that was an interest of mine. With what I'm learning here, I want to leave that and instill that into my children, that you're never done learning. It's not fair for me to drudge my way through everything and turn around and go, good luck guys, and just try to do the best I can to help out fellow students. If I can lend out a hand and help pull them through or show them an easier path or a path to get to where I'm at, that's what I'm here for.
America, we want to help get you back to it. And here's how, with the Ford Promise. Visit your Ford dealer. Finance a new, certified pre-owned or used vehicle through Ford Credit, and if you lose your job, you can return it for up to 1 year from the day you bought it. You can also get 0% APR financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. Let us help get you back to it with the Ford Promise.
Social distancing and family quarantines are a jarring reality for kids. It's a big adjustment, so it's important that we adults do what we can to help them navigate this new normal. Encourage your kids to ask questions and give them honest, age-appropriate answers. Show them things that they can do to regain some control. And above all, reassure them that their safety is your top priority.
Now more than ever, SSM Health and News 3 Now encourage you to take time for kids. News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, this evening's pretty mild and pleasant outside. Overnight, it will stay mild, but our skies are steadily going to become partly cloudy. For tomorrow, plan on showers and thunderstorms developing mainly in the afternoon and evening. We'll make it through most of the morning with dry conditions before those shower chances creep back in. And behind the rain chances, our heat slowly and steadily starts to add back up. By the weekend, we'll see temperatures in the low 90s, the heat returning and the humidity building in as well. So overnight, a little bit of clearing will become partly cloudy for early in the morning. For Tuesday, temperatures will be in the low 60s again for our afternoon highs. The clouds build in later in the afternoon with the chance for showers and thunderstorms to develop, and some of those thunderstorms could bring some brief heavy rainfall and some stronger wind gusts as well. Not expecting a lot of rain accumulation, but again, we could see some heavier rain at times. The rain slowly phases out through the evening. By midnight, we're dry, and for early Wednesday morning, no rain coming down. In the afternoon, we should have partly sunny skies for Wednesday. Temperatures stay close to average for the week. It's not until the weekend that we really do warm on up. As you can see, most of the area will pick up some rain. Some isolated areas could pick up just a little bit more. Depends on whether those thunderstorms start to trail each other or if they slow down just a little bit. So we could see our totals creep up in the afternoon around those thunderstorms, but much of the area not looking at a big concern for flooding tomorrow. There's a marginal risk for severe storms stretching along the western edge of the state up towards the Twin Cities. So not a great risk, but something that we'll be keeping an eye on in the afternoon. Of course, would be a good idea to have however you get your warnings issued to you, whether it's the radio or your phone nearby as those storms do come through. For Saturday and Sunday, we've added alert days to the forecast because it is going to be hot and humid outside. High temperatures will be in the low 90s. Those afternoon heat index readings, though, will be climbing back close to 100 degrees, possibly creeping over that triple-digit threshold. So it'll feel a little steamy. Our temperature trend 6 to 10 days out, still very likely that we are going to stay above average for the end of July and as we continue into early August. Most of the country, in fact, very likely that we will be seeing temperatures above average. So the warm trend just continuing on. Very summery outside. Tomorrow, though, plan on highs in the upper 70s, so close to where we're at right now. Our skies will become mostly cloudy with the chance for showers and thunderstorms developing again late in the day. And it's going to feel a little humid, even with highs in the upper 70s. It could feel like we're a little closer to the low 80s, so not too sticky outside, but you'll likely notice the humidity. Upper 70s for Tuesday and the low 80s on Wednesday. Again, for Wednesday, we'll have partly sunny skies in the afternoon. Overnight low temperatures will stay in the mid to low 60s, so it is a very seasonable stretch for the next few days. But by the weekend, we will have that heat really building back in. So Friday, we climb to the mid 80s, Saturday and Sunday in the low 90s with partly sunny skies on Saturday and shower and thunderstorm chances developing for Sunday afternoon and evening. We'll have a chance for showers and thunderstorms on Monday as well as we head into next week. High temperatures will be in the mid to upper 80s for much of the week, with our overnight lows backing off just a little bit to the mid 60s. Now our average highs are now officially starting to go in the other direction, dropping back down now, but as you can see for the next 10 days, it's still likely that we're going to stay quite warm in southern Wisconsin.
Another hot weekend. Boy, we were so lucky at the wedding with the weather. A week ago today, Does it feel like a week?
No, it feels with this weather. Dana, thank you.
Thanks, Dana. Well, many college students, of course, saw their summer internships canceled because of the pandemic.
But some companies moved those internships online. Naomi Ruckham explains how many employers are hoping the virtual program can still attract and retain young talent.
College student Sierra Johnson is in the midst of a 10-week internship at the pharmaceutical company Roche in Indiana. But every morning she wakes up in another city, Chicago.
When my school shut down, I definitely worried about, am I going to have an internship?
The college senior was supposed to be spending the summer in Indianapolis, but like so many jobs, her internship in Roche's Diversity and Inclusion Department became virtual.
What my summer has looked like is just really working on trainings and how can we make diversity and inclusion better at the company.
Sierra isn't alone. In a recent poll from the National Association of Colleges and Employers, 46% of employers surveyed said they were moving internships online. Companies depend on intern programs to find new workers. In Indianapolis, 7 of the city's largest employers have come together for a virtual campaign called IndyFluence.
These are the companies that came together and said, absolutely, we are going to maintain our internships because we know that this future talent pipeline is what we are going to need in the future.
The program has more than 550 interns from 34 states and 3 countries. And for large employers like Eli Lilly and Company, that means working across time zones.
Many of them have stayed in their home country for the period of the summer. So even just navigating what that looks like across countries is very, very challenging.
But overcoming those challenges may prove rewarding for both employers and interns as full-time positions go online too.
In addition to the skill set that I've gained, I've also acquired a new skill set of learning how to network and work in a virtual environment, which has been really cool.
Valuable experience for a job market changed by a global pandemic. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News, New York.
And looking for a job is also different right now.
According to the National Association of Colleges and Employers, most career fairs are still on schedule, but many, of course, will be hosted virtually due to the pandemic.
It's a new world.
Yep.
Well, there's more to come at 4 later on. Will Loper will tell us the latest movies and TV shows now streaming.
And coming up tonight at 5, we're only weeks away from a primary election and a few months away from a presidential election. Why one city clerk says they're better prepared to deal with the pandemic today than they were this spring. That's coming.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Has your home's roof seen better days? Does it have some storm damage? If it's time for a replacement, don't settle for less than the best roof and the best deal. Hi, I'm Andrew Larson, owner of Larson Home Services. My team has earned GAF's exclusive Master Elite status, achieved by only 3% of the contractors in the U.S. That's your assurance that you're dealing with a dependable, professional contractor, and we take very good care of our customers.
The whole process was amazingly simple and easy. My wife, which is important to keep happy, my wife was happy with the whole process. It was very easy, seamless, and it was just a no-brainer to have it all done.
And your new GAF roof will have a 50-year warranty. It's the last roof you'll ever buy. Order now and save 75% on installation labor, free financing for a year, and a $100 Visa gift card. Call to set up your free estimate today.
Hi, I'm Brian from McGann Furniture in Baraboo. At McGann's, our #1 priority is treating our customers right. We want your shopping experience to be fun and informative so you have all the information you need to make smart choices. We're shoppers too, and we believe in treating our guests like family. We always have and always will. Discover the difference at McGann Furniture in downtown Baraboo. You'll be so glad you did.
Attic Angel Community has earned a reputation as the one and only. But what's so memorable to the people who live here?
It's good local heart. Interesting friends.
The view from my window.
Continuing education.
The food.
The amazing art studio.
Happy hour.
There are many reasons to love Attic Angel Community, but there's just one Attic Angel.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Tonight at 5, as the pandemic continues, thousands of Wisconsinites are still waiting to receive their unemployment benefits. This as some federal funding stops this week.
While clouds may hold temperatures down a bit, the humidity will stick around and lead to some showers and thunderstorms for tomorrow afternoon and evening. My forecast at 5.
And ahead at 6, less than a month away from the August primary, we're asking election officials if they have the necessary supplies to keep the polls safe.
Out there, that's a live look over downtown and the Capitol. Maybe a little rain.
Maybe later on.
Yeah, later on and hit or miss tomorrow too, but still a nice day outside. New preliminary research is encouraging on 2 coronavirus vaccines that are being developed outside of the U.S.
Gwen Baumgartner has the latest from London.
Researchers are having promising results with an experimental vaccine being developed by the University of Oxford and the pharmaceutical company AstraZeneca. The study in The Lancet looked at more than 1,000 healthy adults and found the vaccine induced strong antibody and immune responses.
What this vaccine does particularly well is trigger both arms of the immune system. So in addition to neutralizing antibodies, which other vaccines do, we also see a very strong T-cell response.
Researchers saw the strongest immune response in the 10 people who got 2 doses. Half the people in the study got the coronavirus vaccine. The other half got a meningitis vaccine. People who had the COVID vaccine had side effects including fever, chills, and muscle pain more often than the other group. Dr. Barry Bloom is with Harvard's T.H. Chan School of Public Health.
They gave a small number of individuals the equivalent of Tylenol, called paracetamol in the UK. And that lessened the symptoms quite significantly to make them more tolerable without compromising the immune responses.
Now researchers will enroll tens of thousands of patients to see if the vaccine is able to protect people from COVID-19. Last week, a study on the experimental coronavirus vaccine being developed by Moderna and the National Institute of Health showed it was well tolerated and prompted an immune response with no serious adverse events.
Vaccines remain the world's best hope at controlling this epidemic.
Researchers are currently testing more than 20 coronavirus vaccines in people around the world. Gwen Baumgartner, CBS News, London.
And another study published today in The Lancet also found another experimental vaccine from China was safe and induced an immune response.
That's encouraging news.
It is encouraging. There's more to come at 4. There's a lot of new content available for your streaming pleasure.
Film critic Will Loper will tell us what new movies and shows are now available and if they're worth your time. That's when Live at 4 continues.
Joe Biden has never been president for some very good reasons.
And where did you place in that class?
One of them is still breathtaking years later.
I think I probably have a much higher IQ than you do, I suspect. I went to law school on a full academic scholarship, the only one in my class, and in fact ended up in the top half of my class. I was the outstanding student in the political science department at the end of my year. I graduated with 3 degrees, and I'd be delighted to sit down and compare my IQ to yours if you'd like, Frank.
Really, Joe?
Biden now concedes he did not graduate in the top half of his law school class, that he does not have 3 degrees from college, and that he was not named outstanding political science student in college.
Newsweek says Biden actually went to school on a half scholarship, ended up near the bottom of his class, and won only 1 degree, not 3.
Now Biden says Newsweek is right. His memory had failed him.
Joe Biden. Unsuited then, unsuited now. Restoration Pack is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Let's face it, dark stains and algae buildup can rapidly age a roof. But Mad City Roofing has the solution with our high-performance premium roofing systems. We're Wisconsin's #1 ranked remodeler. Get durable roofing with Scotchguard protection to prevent stains and streaks for long-lasting beauty. Lots of colors and styles available and thousands of satisfied customers.
And then we just wanted something we didn't have to worry about again. And we've seen this at Mad City or that. We thought, wow, that's the way to go.
Plus, ask about durable metal roofing options for a lifetime of maintenance freedom. And now during our Raise the Roof event, 75% off labor. Ask about 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. Call during this program and receive a free $100 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. Call 608-338-0590. That's 608-338-0590. Call now and ask about Mad City's Do More discount. Good for additional savings on new windows, baths, and showers, even kitchen updates. Mad City is ready to go to work for you. And remember, for roofing that looks great and won't leak, we got you covered. From metal roofing that looks like traditional roofing to our high-performance premium roofing systems. They're impact resistant, stand up to high wind, and backed with the Emerald Pro lifetime warranty. Call Mad City Roofing now to eliminate those roofing problems for good, and now take advantage of our Raise the Roof event. 75% off labor. Ask about 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. And if you call during this program, receive a free $100 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. Call 608-338-0590. That's 608-338-0590.
Traffic world still pretty quiet right now as we look at the Beltline at Fish Hatchery Road. No delays. East and westbound seem to be rolling along pretty smoothly, even downtown. No delays right now. The interstate looks smooth all the way through Rock County. From Janesville to the Beltline, still 25 minutes, 16 minutes from Sauk City to Middleton, and some pretty downtown, about 9 minutes this evening. That's a quick look at traffic.
All right, Dana, thank you. Majestically floating in the sky, 15 colorful balloons make their journey in the skies over Russia. It's the 19th annual International Aeronautics Festival Golden Ring. It was supposed to take place in April, but like so many events across the world, it was postponed due to the pandemic. Now the time has finally come to take flight.
Oh, I love events like that.
It's great to see something different.
That's true.
Well, if you missed your chance to watch the Michael Jordan documentary, The Last Dance, you've got another shot with its Netflix premiere.
Film critic Will Loper takes a look at that, plus a few other noteworthy titles that are streaming this week.
Hey, Mark and Susan. Well, there's plenty new to stream this week, including Michael Jordan arriving on Netflix. But first up, a couple art house films that only the most patient will want to undertake.
You have a cow.
First cow in the territory.
This ain't a place for cows. It's no place for white men either.
First up is First Cow, a new Kelly Reichardt directed film in which two unlikely men become friends in the early 19th century, and together they start a scone baking business by stealing milk from another man's cow.
Good Lord, give me another.
I'll give you 6 ingots for that last one.
We have to take what we can when the taking is good.
Seems dangerous.
So is anything worth doing?
Like many of Kelly Reichardt's films, the plot is a slow burn, and some may find the film captivating, others will find it a bore. The film is available to rent tomorrow on video-on-demand platforms like Amazon or iTunes. Also available on VOD is The Painted Bird. The nearly 3-hour film follows a young boy across Europe experiencing a number of horrific experiences during World War II. The film has beautiful cinematography, but is endless in its bleakness and tough-to-watch scenes. Unless you're looking for a downer of a film, you're safe in skipping The Painted Bird. Over on streaming services, new on Netflix is the series Indian Matchmaking.
In India, the marriages, they are between two families. So the parents guide their children, and that is the work of a matchmaker. Very nice person, understands sense of humor.
You know how I hate comedy.
The reality show follows a woman whose job it is to arrange marriages.
In the beginning, it was kind of awkward.
Hi.
It's
our time now.
Also new is the fantasy series Cursed.
The sword is cursed. It will corrupt all who wields it.
You are not some fragile maid. You are a warrior.
And for those of you who missed it on ESPN, The Last Dance is now on Netflix.
Our biggest challenge is us. I am cursed with this mentality of competitiveness.
The 10-episode series follows Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls on their journey to win a 6th NBA title in 1997. HBO Max added the film Harriet.
I don't know if you know how extraordinary this is, but you have made it 100 miles to freedom all by yourself.
Cynthia Erivo shines in the film about freedom fighter Harriet Tubman.
I come get you. Bring all of you to freedom. I made it this far on my own, so don't you tell me what I can't do.
And Hulu added the 2019 film The Assistant.
I was worried for this girl. I mean, they were just like laughing about it.
Julia Garner stars as an aspiring film producer who works for a Hollywood mogul and experiences harassment and abuse in her workplace.
What can we do?
Do about what?
For Live at 4, I'm Will Loper, sending it back to you guys.
Wow.
Thank you, Will. Wow, there's some good choices there. There's a lot of stuff.
I'm going to check out the Last Dance. I haven't seen that yet.
I like the Indian Matchmaker one. That looks interesting, too.
Lots to watch.
Yep.
All right. We'll be right back with the final check of your forecast.
Ready to roll playback?
We are the Thrivers, women with metastatic breast cancer. Our time for more time has come. Living longer is possible and proven in postmenopausal women taking Kisqali plus fulvestrant. In a clinical trial, Kisqali plus fulvestrant helped women live longer with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer, and it significantly delayed disease progression. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious liver problems and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
At the wrong time. Luckily, Pick and Save delivery and free pickup make it easy to grab what you need, so you can get back to being you. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Right now, at 5 voters head to the polls next month for the primary, what challenges cities are facing during the pandemic, plus what teachers' unions for Wisconsin's 5 largest districts are asking Governor Evers for when it comes to starting school back up.
Wisconsin voters deserve the truth. I'm News 3 Now's Amy Reed. I'm breaking down political ads, explaining whose money is behind them and separating truth from misinformation. Get the facts with Reality Check, only on News 3 Now.
Just a little cloudy outside. Here's a live look at downtown with our Edgewater Sky Cam. Still pretty pleasant as temperatures are currently in the upper 70s, close to 80 degrees. Tomorrow we'll also see high temperatures close to 80. It'll become partly cloudy in the afternoon, though, with the chance for some showers and thunderstorms to develop mainly towards the evening. And once we get through those storm chances on Tuesday, the rest of the week should be seasonable. The weekend will be a little hot outside. We have alert days, the forecast for Saturday and Sunday, as high temperatures will be in the low 90s and heat index readings will creep close to 100.
All right, Dana, thank you. Tomorrow on Live at 4, we'll have some great beef recipes from the Wisconsin Beef Council.
And sales of RVs are booming right now. Consumer Reports has some shopping and buying advice. That's coming up tomorrow on Live at 4.